Good morning, good morning. I want y'all to know yesterday, I told you yesterday morning when I started the readings that I was having some issue with the, something kind of got me discombobulated. Kind of just threw me off. All day yesterday seemed like it was off for me. And, anyway, finally, after I did the reading, I said, I got to fix this thing, because it was so messed up and I wasn't happy and satisfied with it. And I want to bring you a good product. I want to make sure that you are getting the best of the best, more or less, when you're looking at it. So anyway, I spent the entire evening trying to fix this thing. Finally got it fixed to look the way it needs to look, instead of washed out, all this other mess going on. And so anyway, I got that done and I was just exhausted. And then last night, got my shower, went to bed. I got up this morning and it's like something has climbed up in my nose. And I can't find my nasal spray that my doctor gave me. I don't know what in the world happened to it. And so I have been sneezing all morning. So bear with me. I'm here. I'm going to try and get this done. I want to get these done today. And so if I have to go up to the be right back, I'll have to, I don't want to blow anything out and put you through the agony of my pain here. So anyway, I'm going to do Sagittarius. This is going to be your reading. Remember, these are general readings. I don't have everybody's chart. I don't know. Even when we do astrology and it shows up there, it's hard to tell because those are general as well. All I can do is give you the planets, where they're at, the houses, the signs, and their transits, and where they're moving, and their impacts, and their aspects, and all this. But I don't know what's in your chart. So it's sort of a general, and you have to keep that in mind. So don't be judgmental. Take the judgment out and realize that it's not like a personal reading, okay? I don't care who you go to or whatever they say. It is general. Some of it will resonate and some of it won't. Know what your ascending is. Know what your moon sign is. Maybe you can combine them. Maybe get more of a story. Maybe you will see during the readings, you will see where your planets that are. If you have your chart, you know your chart, you'll know you're having a return because it's coming back to that time of your birth. So just keep this in mind. Don't be judgmental on any astrologers or any readings, tarot readings, because like I said, we don't have something to base something on. Everything you do has a base to start out, and then you can come from that base and know and work it out from there. So just want to let you know. And if you're a subscriber, please give the videos a thumbs up and share the link with other newcomers. Also let them know as well. Newcomers are welcome, and please consider joining the channel by clicking the making a check by the subscribe. And I would love to have you here joining us and your support. It touches my heart when there is. So with that, let's just go ahead and move over to the tarot. Y'all can see I sit here with my nose. It's all up in here, and if I touch this side, I can feel it but I don't know what it is. Uh-oh. What in the world? Uh, okay, there we go. Microphone wasn't on. I had to check that. Sorry. But if I touch this side of my nose, I can feel it up in there, and then it gets it started too. If I breathe in, I can feel it. Like there's something up in there, way back up in there. And it's no, it's not the ugly thing, the B word. Okay. But anyway, um let's see, let me get this out of the way. Uh like I said, I worked real hard on this yesterday to get this straightened out. It was a mess. Remember I kept talking about the chroma key was being so bad. And I wasn't happy with it, and I, want to give you the best of everything. Uh, God, it's just like the whole left side of my face. I don't know what happened. I got attacked last night. All right, I've got, as I said before, in the astrology, I always start on put Aries in the first house because it is the first sign of the zodiac here. And I was telling you that if you took your sun sign and you put it as the first house, that would be the house itself. So with the tarot card, I decided to go ahead and just bring the chart up and let you see the characteristics of those houses, how they're different for everybody. So if you look at your moon, we'll put your moon in the first house of your emotions, and or if you're looking at the ascending would be there. Right now, the ascending for you guys is going to your 12th house, which is the house of sacrifice, confinement, loss, rehabilitation. It's usually, it kind of coincides with Virgo. Virgo is all about health, and the 12th house is kind of, dealing with that health. I just have to laugh about it because, what's going on with me in my head. All right, let's see. And I'm going to do a 12 house reading. All right, so we have bottom. It's going to be in the middle. The middle's going to be on the top. And the top's going to be on the bottom. All right, let's see what we got here for you guys. At the end of the videos, I will put a little box up for the playlist where you can find everything in one thing. You just got to click on it. And also for the astrology as well. And I'm doing the weekly astrology. They're going to be in the playlist as well, so you can go in there and look at them by the week. All right. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got here. All right, in your first house, you've got the moon. All right, here we have your second house. We have the Five of Cups. Third house, we have the Three of Pentacles. Fourth house, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Fifth house, we have the Lovers. Sixth house, we have the King of Swords. Showing up quite a bit here lately. And I'm shuffling these cards. Seventh house, we have the Seven of Wands. The 8th house, we have the 4 of Cups. 9th house, we have the Ace of Swords. 10th house, we have the Knight of Cups. 11th house, we have the 9 of Swords. And the 12th house, which we were just talking about, we have the Magician, which is where the ascending is sitting right now. Like I said, I don't know what your ascending is. The overall energy for the reading is the Page of Swords. The bottom of the deck, we have the Devil, Capricorn energy. Something very toxic, shadowy. It's having to do with Pluto. Pluto's in your in Capricorn, which is your 2nd house, your house of values. It's like you're bound to the materialistic world or bound in your values. Or your values are being attacked in some way, or you're tearing down an old value system to rebuild anew. All right. Let's put those aside now. All right. Let's start with the overall energy that's driving this reading. We've got the Page of Swords. I always look at swords, and we also have the Ace of Swords. These go in combination. So your overall energy is this Page of Swords. It's like communication, thinking, publishing, your ideals. You're discussing something here. Maybe an idea you have, and it's dealing with your 9th house. And for you, that is Leo. Something has got you kind of fired up here. Or is going to get you fired up. You want to communicate. You want to express something here. It's just feel like you've got to say something. You've got to stand up for something here. And we have the crown here. And you do have the King of Swords in your 6th house, which deals with Taurus. And Taurus is like it's not like but it's a fixed sign. So, and we have, as you can see right here, we have that Algol, Algol. You can go do your research on it. But it's where, I think his name was, the horse is Pegasus, and then he was Perseus. And he went to seek out, what was her name? Medusa. And his reason for doing so was to take the head of Medusa, go back, and save a princess, more or less, that was being sacrificed to the Kraken, to save the people of the realm. And it was, holding the head up of Medusa, we turn the Kraken to stone. So there's something here that you're overall wanting to express an ideal. You have like a plan, maybe there's something you're publishing here, or you're putting some corrections. Pages and swords, when they're combined like this, for me, they deal with this season. And the season that this is in your life, the season of your life. Down there where your Sagittarius is, they usually run between where the second house and the fourth house. If I had the chart sitting on Aries, it would be in that season. So there's something here that you have been going through in the second, third, and fourth house. There's something that needs to be discussed. Something about your life and family. And there's an ideal that maybe you want to share something about your life with family that you want to discuss or correct. I don't know what you're doing. Oops. But your overall energy is definitely, you could be even doing some sort of research, but your overall energy, I hope I got it in the right place, is that Page of Swords. So there's something here, and it's relating to the King of Swords. So it's something that's coming up in this area of your family life. And I see the Nine of Swords as well. Must be something about dealing with something with health. We have a Knight here. Knights always take action. They're fixed signs to me. And that would be, God, my nose. That would be somewhere where that Pisces is sitting, where Pisces is at, in your fourth house, the health of a family. You may have a family member that you are seeking something out that you're dealing with. All right, let's go with what we got here. Let me talk a little bit about explaining how I look at the tarot. Now, the first card we start off with is your first house. This is the house of self. Okay? This is the house of life. Your life right now. These first three. We have the moon here, and this moon deals with Pisces. So there's something that's affecting your life that's dealing with something in the home. And this moon is the sign of Pisces. We also have the Five of Cups. That has to deal with Scorpio, your 12th house. We have the three cups here that's kind of collapsed. And we have the Two of Cups standing. So that, to me, it's telling me there's something in a relationship, in a home life, that there may be some issues, there's some sorrow, there may be some regrets as well. Somebody may be ill or sick. That's a part of your life. Because they're maybe in trying to go through some rehabilitation. Because the ascending right now is there. You do have and I was going to say with that Algor, with those swords, I just have to look up and see that. You're cutting something out. You're cutting something off. Maybe you're cutting somebody out of your life, and it's painful. You regret that you have to do it. Maybe somebody has left the home. This is your house of values here, the Scorpio energy. and gains or losses. And that's ruled by Mars and Pluto. Again, Mars right now is in Cancer. Could be a mother. You could be the mother. You could be taking care of somebody that may be ill. That maybe you, or maybe you've been ill. Maybe there's something with these. I know there's that devil energy, so something is causing some issues here. And you're focusing in your life. I've noticed these Three of Cups and then these Three of Pentacles, which is Capricorn. So whatever was, this is a big change for you in your life. Pluto's at its last point of being in Capricorn. And when it leaves there, which will be before the end of the year, I think it's November or October, it moves back. You're trying to establish a new foundation. And this is definitely affecting with the home. And if you look at your fourth house, you have Saturn there. And you also have Neptune there. So you're trying to, you've got a plan. Again, I'm just looking at this right here in that season. That you know this is the time to begin the implementing this plan. This is the third house, which deals with that of sharing with others. You may be trying to share something else with someone else, and it's still going back to this Capricorn energy with Mars. An action you know you need to take. Something here is not healthy, and I don't know what I don't know if it's the relationship in your life, but you're trying to establish a foundation here, building something new that has already broken down or broke you down in your values. I feel like this is a rebirthing or a reestablishing, restructuring. I mean, whatever it was already broken. You've been going through something here that was falling apart, and now you're restructuring, you're reorganizing. I got the feeling like somebody here, somebody in their life has been trying to stop you or holding you back from something here. Now here we have the fourth house, which is your house of home and family. Children, parents. God, my nose hurts, y'all. I'm sorry, my brain can't think this morning. It's about with parents and your home and family. This is in your daily routines, your tasks. Again, you know, working maybe around the home or your task around the home. Trying to improve something here. It's Virgo energy. So you're analyzing something, and Virgo is your 10th house. This could be maybe your career. Mercury's up there in the 10th house. Sun's there. But you're cutting something off. You know, it could even be so as simple as like something's got to change here. This can't, you know, can't keep going on. Whatever it may be. In your 5th house, the house of children, and the house of pleasure, there's a lover here. This Gemini. Gemini is in the 10th house and is conjunct with Vesta. I'm not seeing Libra here anywhere. I do see the Gemini, and I do see Aquarius, and I see a season. This is like the season of your life that, you know, something is changing drastically. They're trying to connect here. You know, you could be going through some counseling here. Somebody here listening. Professional, maybe. It's fire and air. And I feel like it's tied to a spiritual, maybe a spiritual advisor, maybe a priest that you know that has a sword that could be influencing something here in your values or helping you through a difficult time in your life. This strong Gemini, so we're just looking at Gemini, we're looking at Pisces. What is Mercury is okay. Mercury being Mercury's in this house of the exaltation because it rules Virgo. And opposite of that, if Mercury was in Pisces, it would be in a detriment because of its opposition to his house of rulership. And there's nothing in Aquarius right now. What rules Aquarius is Saturn sitting over in Pisces. And Mercury is conjoined with Vesta in opposition to something here. A lot, you know, the part of fortune or a lot of fortune. That brings in that fulfillment. So something you're doing here, because Virgo is your 10th house, I'm kind of wondering if it's not you're analyzing something here about loss and reestablishing a structure, a foundation. Beginning, you may be at a point in your life where you're just starting all over again. Now, maybe you're going out on your own. Maybe you leaving the job. Maybe you left a job. Maybe you lost a job. Because your values are different than something else here. But we do have the Two of Cups here, and we have the Two here, the partnership. And I feel like maybe is there something here where there's not an agreement? Seven of Wands is Leo energy. And that's sitting in your 9th house. The house of oh God, my nose. Passage. A purpose. This person has a purpose here. You, on the other hand, over here, are recouping, rebuilding. And there's something that you may want to leave, but this, or come into, and somebody here, it's almost like they don't want to go along with it. You ever had it? I'm so sorry. It's almost like this is restriction. You know, you got to have permission or something here. Or somebody's holding you back. In your 6th house here is Aquarius. This king is, Kings to me are mutable signs. Goes with the Gemini. But this is fire and air. So there's something here where there's something you're very passionate about that you want to, there's going to have to be some kind of communication. And I think you're getting ready to have it this month. And somebody may not want to have this communication, but you're trying to communicate here in the 8th house. This is the house of death, transformation. It's almost like you're telling somebody something's got to change here. And they don't want to talk about it. Or they don't want to let you in. Or you could be even asking them, what's going on? What is the matter? Because we have this Knight of Cups in your 10th house, and you're analyzing something here. Something here is not fulfilling. Because it feels like you're being left out of something. And again, we have Gemini in the 11th house, which deals with your house of blessings, a house of support. Maybe you're not, maybe you need this person's support and they don't want to give it, or they don't want to talk about it. And it's like, okay, you got the Magician over here, and that's Mercury. Mercury is exalted right now in Virgo. Now, I don't know if you're a man or if you're a woman. I have no idea. But I feel like there's something here of a relationship that somebody needs to talk, somebody needs to step up and say something, needs to express their ideals, but somebody's like, nah, you know. even if it's that it's a thing of financial, whatever this is, you're going to gain something from it because you go from 3 to 8. There's some sort of conflict going on here. But you're going to work this out. Especially with this here. When you start communicating. If you can get this person, whoever this is, to either tell you what is wrong or let you in, it's like a rite of passage. And somebody here is like, no. Mm. And if you could let them, if they could let you in, and I don't know how you're approaching them, but you know that something here. I mean, there's like support here, but, or you're trying to give someone this support, you know, I support you, behind you, 100% or whatever, but there's something here in this 11th house that somebody is really stressing. They feel like they're in some sort of situation they're trying to figure out, but they can't. It's like their hands are tied. They can't see their way out of something. It's like, you know, I don't know if it is they just don't want your help or, and you feel left out. Oh, God. I'll be right back. All right, I hope you enjoyed the music. Now, I'm going to go over on your chart here. Like I said, with this right here, and this being retrograde, there's going to be something that whatever it is you're doing in your values, and you may be rebuilding or reevaluating or reconciling something with your values to the other person. Maybe you don't have the same values with somebody as this person has. And it's like almost like if this doesn't get worked out in some way, or this can't be fixed, or we can't talk, I don't know where this is going to go. I really, really don't. I truly don't. I mean, it's not like you're not willing to put something in here because you value something here. And to you, it may be worth it, but to them, they don't know. It's almost like you're dealing with somebody that just, I don't care how much support you give them, how much you try to talk to them, maybe you just need to back off. Maybe you're giving them ideals, and they just don't want to hear it. So maybe they have to figure it out for themselves. They have to work it out. Kings, I look at that, to me, this is Gemini energy as well. You got Gemini, Aquarius. Like I said, I don't see any Libra in here. And I'm trying to really look hard to see if it's here. But somebody here is very fired up, passionate. Oh, Lord, I just don't know what to tell you. I mean, here you got, somebody needs to take some sort of action here. You know, this is water and air. Again, it has to deal with the communicating. You've got one planet here and you've got two suns. Pisces and Gemini. You've got the season is now, coming now, or it's coming, or it's been going on. This is Cancer. Cancer is your 8th house. You know something's got to be done here. Some kind of action's got to be taken. And I feel like it all has to do with conversation. But I don't know why this person over here's got their hand up, like holding it back. Unless the funds are not there, but... or they're not helping. And these are usually the house of social. But this is something of sacrifice. And Mercury. Don't sacrifice your dreams here or your imagination because of someone else. I mean, you know, I mean, it's almost like the Three of Cups here, you kind of put it up on the shelf. Like, okay. There's always what... with this here and Mercury... Mercury's trying to help you right now. Because it is in its house of rulership. So you really need to sit here and think and work this out. You can do it. Because you are a mutable sign. And you know things have got to change, and you're ready. I think you're really ready for the change. And somebody's maybe fighting the change. Maybe it could be even big, you know. Gosh, hold on a minute. You know, you get with those kind of people that think, oh, I don't need to change. Everything's fine with me. Or I like everything just the way it is. And people are like, no, you know, you got to grow. That's the thing of growth. And right now, you know, your ruling planet is Jupiter, and it's over in Gemini, as a matter of fact. And Jupiter in Gemini is in detriment because it's opposite the house of rulership. You're into the expansion, the growth. Jupiter is going to go retrograde in Gemini, I think. You're going to be reevaluating something here. Let me look at my thing. Yeah, on October the 9th, Jupiter is going to go stationary and begin its retrograde. And I believe it's still in Gemini at the time. Yeah. And let's see, where... when does it go direct? Okay, it's not going to go direct till next year. I think I gave somebody else dates here to look at something here. So, it's going to be once after, you know, Pluto's going to be going direct at the time that, Jupiter's going retrograde, stationary retrograde. Jupiter will be the last one to start going direct again, and that will be the first part of the year. So you're going to have to reevaluate. Is this whatever this is it going to grow? Is it going to expand? You know, ideal relationship. If somebody doesn't bring you in or include you, because I would say right now, something's coming up. Like I said, the ascending's there. The ascending is here in your 12th house, which is sacrifices. And I think you've been making sacrifices. You're tired of putting this Three of Cups on the shelf. Waiting for this person to let you in. The first thing aspect we're having at the beginning of this on your reading has to deal with Venus being in Libra, which is in the house of its rulership. And it's sextiling over to your 9th house, where, hey, I think I've got an ideal, and we need to communicate. And it's in conjunct. Now, some people would call this a quincunx, where Saturn is in a quincunx to the midheaven, and Saturn is in a quincunx to Venus. Venus is about your values. I don't know if you just feel like somebody's ignoring your values, or you feel like you don't matter. You're not being heard. Somebody's just kind of taken over here. But there's definitely in this fourth house where the work is being done, and I'm not really quite sure if it's being appreciated. It's like the more you try to work something out or look at something here for a gain, the more the other person, or something in your environment doesn't want to hear about it. Or is ignoring it. And it's in the foundation. As above, so below. And it has to do with, there is an opportunity here for gain. But you have to activate the mind. And I think you are doing that. You are definitely doing that. Because I feel like here in your life, you're tired of feeling sort of things being held back from you, or you're not a part of, and you're making these sacrifices. Or somebody over here is making these sacrifices. I don't know who's on what end, but I know over here in your first house, the moon is there. And you're planting the seed. Now this is where the first quarter of the moon, where you are to set your intentions for the lunar cycle. And this is going to get more and more as this goes and gets ready to head into Pisces. It's going to get more intense. And there's going to be something here eclipsed. Partial eclipse. And you've got two T-squares. Apex being Mars has to do with this combined energy of somebody in opposition to the future of something here. And there's this, that something has got to change. There's got to be a transformation here in your 8th house. Or it's gonna I don't know if somebody's telling you this, that something has to change. If they're just telling you to stop and you're not listening to it, you're not listening to them. I don't know if this is relationship-wise. You know, somebody saying, hey, you know, we don't have the same values. I know you know, maybe you care or they care about, but it's not maybe the same as the way you care. And they're trying to explain something, but maybe I don't know if you're not listening to them. Because your emotions are so heightened during this time. And this may get heated up. I mean, maybe they started telling you things subtly. Or you tried to tell them. Or something. But it's like it may lead to something that is going to end. If it doesn't change. The next T-square we have is going to the sun. And the moon. You're struggling with something here because there is no expansion, there is no growth. I mean, it could be a job as well, I will say that. That there could be no growth, or it could be something with a father. It could be something with somebody that is very authoritative, that just doesn't want to see your side, or you don't want to see their side. Oh, we can work it out. We can make it work. Because the sun is a rulership, and it's pride and ego. And the moon's is the emotional, your intuition. So I want you to think about that. There is a struggle here. But I'm telling you, God is pointing something out to you, that there's something about effort or work being put in here. It's going to have to be sorted out. Let me show you something here. Because of that Saturn, which is, limits, restrictions, structure. What is it? Oh, I got to change tab. Sorry. Try to help you as much as I can. It's not over here. Let's see what is. Okay, it's in the other one. I don't know if that's the right one. Yeah, I think this one is the one. Gosh, my nose. Yeah. The part of fortune, or the lot of fortune, something that is the point in an astrological chart that is calculated mathematical. It has to do with the ascending, the sun, and the moon. And all this deals with where it's symbolizing your fulfillment, your happiness in the home. So, and success. But I still feel like somebody's saying something here has got to change. Anyway, that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. So, I hope something in here, it resonates, and you can see something where it has to be worked out. Because I see a lot of Gemini, and I see a lot of Mercury. And remember, Mercury went back into Leo retrograde. So it was like reassessing something of a conversation, where something may have needed to be reorganized. And that's in your ninth house, which has to do with, that passage, moving forward. And your house of purpose. And with Leo, it has to definitely do with that sun. Something was going on in the past that's being brought back forward again. And maybe with now Mercury being direct, you can figure out or look at the situation maybe at a different perspective and create something better. I don't have any wands here. I just got swords, cups, and a couple of pentacles. Where you're trying to gain something here. And you're working to gain something here. But I don't know who's against you here. So, that's what I've got for you guys. Like I said, I will post the playlist in there, so it'll make it a lot easier. You just click it, and it'll go to all the videos. I'm going to try and get the rest of them done, and it'll go to all the astrology reports. Look at this week's astrology. It will be on there as well. I will link it at the end here. So with that, I will say goodbye, and y'all take care.